Hey guys, hope you had a safe trip. We're in Area 3 of Vesper now. I have that same exact problem. But then I wake up and I have no legs. A little freaky. Well, welcome to A3. And we get a little snow too. See, things are starting to look up around here. Now, there's nowhere we can go. Can't go left, can't go right. I guess the only way we can go is up these ladders. Or up this ladder. If you want to talk in plural or singular. I think we're going up to the top of a... What are those things called? They're in The Simpsons too. I wish I knew what the name was. But... yeah, well, let's go ahead and jump. There we go. Somehow we survived the fall, and it looks like we got a bunch of sugar here. They are starting to look... well, they've actually been looking really bad lately, but they're getting worse. I can't even talk straight now. So the sugar in the tube, huh? The sewers. I don't think they understand the simple process of sugar. Those are corpses. Guys, I got a bad feeling about where this sugar is coming from. And welcome, guys, to the last element of Off. The sugar ovens of Vesper. Starting to wonder where these specters come from. Maybe they come from all the dead bodies being burned alive for sugar. This is actually, guys, where things start taking the unpleasant turn south in the realm of sanity. They're feeding, in essence, the ash and death of their fellow whatever these guys are. It's the secret element, the fifth element, which is an awesome movie. If you haven't seen the fifth element, I implore you to go see it. But I digress. Without sugar, people would go mad. I think you're shoveling bodies into a furnace and make sugar is quite mad. No. Here's the director again. Well, we've been through zones 1 to 3, guys. There's nowhere else to go but the zone 4. Yeah, they're all dead. It's a pile of dead people, but he's got work to shoveling dead bodies in there. Well, there's nothing else to do here in Area 3. It's all about the burning of corpses. So let's head on into the sewer, see where it's going. Hey, we hit the tram station. Oh yeah, this is Area 3.
Meow.
And we actually beat him this time. Hey, Zachary, judge thing, boss creature. Yeah, we've already heard about this. Ah.
Meow.
See, he splits between being the judge and being Zachary. You can tell when he's Zachary when he does his ah-ha-ha laugh. You can tell when he's the judge when he does meow. So it's kind of weird that he filters between the two. I mean, he's not the actual judge, I know that, but
Meow.
it's just strange how he filters. It's like he's got split personality. But just pace along. Sooner or later that happens. We've stopped. You can never trust trains unless you're in Japan and those things run like clockwork. But
Meow.
we're not in Japan, we're in Vesper. So there is a roadblock, and the Judge Zachary creature wants us to go ahead and take a look while he stays
Meow.
nice and safe inside here. Lucky bastard. Anyways, we head on out, and it's one of the employees just wandering around on the road. Track. Whatever. If you talk to him, he doesn't really say anything, other than that his eyes look to actually be drooping down his face. But here's, I don't want to say a mini-boss battle, but you actually never see this one again. This is the only thing you ever see. This is the only monster, this is the only critic burnt you ever see. But he actually has no physical, magical attacks, nothing. But if you saw when we first started the battle, he does have one action. He's yelling for help. Now, we may not have always been supportive of the batter's methods, if you will, especially when it came to Valerie in Zone 2. But this thing is crying out for help. The best thing we could do is to put it down. Doesn't even look human anymore. So, like I said, he doesn't do any physical attacks, so you don't have to worry about your health. There is a health station, health and CP station after the tram, so just use up your strongest attacks, and he'll go down fairly quickly. I wish there was something else we could do for him, but there's not. So what he was doing here, I'm not quite sure. But it doesn't matter now. And you get no XP or anything for the battle, so. Well, that's the roadblock cleared, I guess. Let's head back on inside.
Meow.
Nothing now. Now from here on, you're not allowed to pace or anything. The judge, the batter, will sit on down and wait.
Meow.
Later, Zachary. And he's gone. We'll see him in a little bit. But welcome to A4. Let's go ahead and save. Now, you want to check all these doors. Most of them you can't actually get into, they're locked. But if we come into this one, We can't read that little piece of paper quite yet. But if you push the gate in, or the door, or the chair, or the table even, you can read it. Now, write down the letters as well as the locations. Zachary's up, batter is to the right, director is down, the judge is to the left. That'll come in handy a little bit later in this area. Let's go ahead and check. Now, these guys, they're not your friends. There's no talking to them, there's no interacting with them. They're merely specters now. There's nothing left of their humanity, if you will. So, kill them as fast and as quickly as possible. All the monsters, or I should say all the employees that you run into in Area 4 are going to be like this. So, if you don't want to battle, I advise dodging them. It's closed, it's closed. This one's funny. It's a brick wall. And they have a slight homing ability. Nothing too spectacular, but if you sit there long enough, they will get you. Now, this area I'm going to leave alone for a little while. It's a Super Nintendo controller. We'll get back to that in a minute. That'll be next video, actually. No, next video. Yeah, the books just say something about sugar. But I have a good way to end this video by showing you a little mini boss, I guess you would call him. I mean, that's the closest thing I could think of. He's stronger than anything around here but the boss. Better than the guy who doesn't even think he has legs. Or me, who doesn't have any legs. But here we go. The most dynamic or chaotic of all the burnt we've seen so far. So, there is a trick to dealing with him. He's a pastel burnt. Evil employee of Zone 4. Now, as long as he's like this... here we go. You see the little head sticking out? That's his weak point. You can attack his main body all day, all you want. He will not go down. You can literally exhaust all your items, all your CP, and he'll never die. So what you want to do is you want to hit the head. I find, just to keep everyone attacking him to allow him to regenerate the head, use Epsilon's all attacks. That way you're hitting everybody at once. Now, it should only take a handful of times of hitting the head before the guy dies. I remember the first time I played through this, I was sitting here for a good 5 minutes wailing on this guy. He would not die. And then finally, it dawned on me. I was like, oh, I can just hit the head and win. That would have helped like a lifetime ago. But just keep attacking and you will actually get one of the coolest items I think in the game for your reward. You actually don't have to fight this guy. He's completely optional. And I think this is it. If you actually hit the guy where you're supposed to hit him. You can't get good health these days, to be honest. There we go. You got a good chunk of XP and a silent symbol. That's not the cool thing. There is no city. Well, I guess Vesper is a city, but... And you get the music box. This is the coolest item, in my opinion. And this is how I'm going to end the video. That's right. I think the music's kind of cool. But That's all it does. You can exit out of it and you just go back to the main screen. But guys, the next episode's gonna show off the director. We'll find out who he is and why he seems to think burning dead bodies is a good way to get sugar. But we're reaching the end game, guys. It's not gonna get any better, we'll put it that way. This is the point where the world begins to spiral down, and you'll see what I mean in the next few episodes. But this has been the Batter as well as myself. Safe travels.